Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all having a great day so far. So today we are going to be making a very legendary, very well known snack or recipe, whatever you want to call it, but they are sin-free pigs in blankets. And for any of you at home who are worried about overindulging in these, then you do not have to worry at all. If you're following Slimmer World, then as I've said, they are sin-free, and I am really excited to share the recipe with you. So as we said, many people do worry at this time of the year with regards to snacking and, sort of sides and all these other things that we can either completely disregard if we want to because we are adults, and if we want to make an informed choice and decision about eating just food and enjoying it and having it with our family and our friends, etc. as well, then by all means you go off and do that. But there are some people who may want to remain slightly on plan. There may be some people who want to remain completely on plan, and I honestly do take my hat off to you guys at home if you are planning to have a Slim World friendly Christmas and New Year, because over the last couple of days, my goodness, there has been temptation all around me. But as I said earlier, these are sin-free pigs in blankets that we're going to be making today. There are only 2 ingredients involved. You can of course embellish them a little bit if you wanted to. You could add them into many different things, and you could also probably wrap them in phyllo as well if you wanted to do a little bit of a sort of phyllo parcel with the pig in blanket in there as well. I did use phyllo pastry in a previous video, so please take a look at that as well if you haven't already, for the sausage rolls that is. Now obviously, I'm saying there's only 2 ingredients for this. You can embellish it. It is completely up to you. We really are just using very simple ingredients, which I'm hoping that many of you will be able to get at home, or you may already have at home in the freezer or in the fridge. And the sausages that we're going to be using today are the Slim World sausages, which I will show you in a little bit more depth in a minute. And we also have our bacon medallions. So let's go take a look at how to make them and what ingredients we're using to make them. So I shall see you in a second. Okay guys, so of course we have our 2 ingredients as I mentioned earlier here. Nothing too fancy, nothing too complicated, but a lot of flavour involved with this recipe. So first of all, we have sausages here which have been cut in halves. And we also have our smoked bacon medallions, which are very lean. Now both of these products are sin-free, there are no sins attached. So if you are following Slim World, you do not need to worry that this will sabotage your weight loss plans, if that is your plan of course. So what I will do is just show you the Slim World 12 pork sausages packet there. It is empty now, obviously I've used them all up. But what I will say is that if any of you at home haven't seen these in Food Warehouse or Iceland, then please do make a point of trying to get them. They are delicious, they are so versatile, and I've used them in various recipes and they've always turned out really, really good. My husband as well, he was a bit dubious to start with because he wasn't sure what they would taste like, if they would maybe not be of very good quality, but that is not the case, and they are extremely high quality sausages. So just a little bit of information for yourselves. And again, if you haven't tried any of the other Food Warehouse or Iceland Slim World products in the freezer section, then please do feel free to take a wee look if you can, if they're handy to you. Obviously some people don't live anywhere near these shops, and I do appreciate that, but hopefully if you can't get the Slim World sausages, you will be able to find an alternative, or you could make your own if you wanted to do that, of course, if you're skilled enough to do that. Failing that, you could speak to your butcher and you could see if they are able to provide you some very low lean sausages as well. Now of course obviously these are sin-free, so that's the whole point of showing them today, but if you did want to make these sausages or sort of pigs in blankets with an alternative sausage, then of course you would need to be mindful of the sin value as well. So as I said, I've just defrosted these sausages in the microwave and we've cut them into halves. Any smaller than that I think would probably be too small, and any bigger I think they would just be too much, to be honest. But I have done a similar part of this recipe before as part of the Christmas on a Stick Vlogmas recipe video that I've done. So I have had a few comments asking me to make these specifically for yourselves at home and just focus on the pigs and blankets only. So that is one of the reasons that I'm doing this recipe for you guys today. So hopefully this will be helpful. But what we will be doing is cooking ours in our air fryer, and I will go through the details of the temperature and of course the timings, etc. with you guys once we head towards the cooking stage. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll just show you the bacon medallions. So we had a pack of the smoked bacon medallions from Tesco's, and it's 8 in a pack, and all I've done is just cut each medallion in half, like long ways. So we've got all of these nicely sort of laid out here, and these are sin-free. There are some medallions that are not sin-free, so please do make sure that you are getting the correct ones in the shop. And the Slimming World app is really handy for that as well, just a little barcode scanner. It's really handy, so yeah, use it if you've got it. And of course we've got our sausages here, so there's not too much to this recipe, really. It is pretty simple, and I think even for people that are maybe not too experienced in the kitchen, or you know, too comfortable doing new things in the kitchen, but I think these will, and they do, turn out really well. So hopefully you will find this helpful at home. So all we're going to do is wrap the bacon around the sausage, and that really is it. And to be honest, the size of the bacon medallion, the width of the strip of bacon we have is perfect, with a little bit of sausage either side of it. So what we'll do is we'll just place these down, and we'll put the sort of like the sealed edge, like this edge, down flat first. And we'll also do that when we put them into the air fryer as well, just to make sure that they stay sealed. But I'm just going to wrap these up, and they'll be done before we know it. Okay guys, so we have prepared all of our pigs and blankets there, and I think they look pretty good if I say so myself. So we've got 16 there, and of course, as I said, we had our sausages and we cut them in half. We also have our medallions and we cut them in half. So there's not too much prep involved with these. Obviously, if you wanted to add anything else, as I said earlier, if you wanted to put them inside pastry or add a pastry layer onto these, or what you could do is also add on some seasoning, then of course it's completely up to yourself. But for me, pigs and blankets are simple, and the most simple part of the sort of Christmas recipes is pigs and blankets for me, and I don't want to do too much to them because they taste good enough as they are, in my opinion. So what we're going to do now is just move this slightly to the side and make a little bit more room for opening up our air fryer drawer. So we do have the Ninja flex drawer, so it's quite a big area inside, as you can see there. So I will be putting these onto the Mega Zone, which means that it will cook both sides at the same time. So I will just take the little divider out. Oh, there's a bit of food on that. So I will just take the divider out, and obviously we've got our 2 plates at the bottom here, which will do its job absolutely fine for us. So what I'll do is I'll just load these in, and remember, you will put the sort of sealed side down, just to make sure that everything stays wrapped up. The pig stays in its blanket. So I've just given my hands a little bit of a wash there. Of course, it's always really important to do that when you're dealing with raw meat. And now what I'm going to do is just lightly spray our pigs and blankets with our Fry Light, which of course is 0 sins. There are no sins attached, and you can be as liberal with this as you want. But this will just help stop things from burning, and it will also help things cook a little bit more evenly as well. So we'll just give things a spray with this. Now what we're going to do is just close the air fryer drawer. So I've just realised that you guys probably couldn't see the air fryer too clearly, so I've moved it forward a little bit so you can see the screen. And of course, if you have this air fryer at home, you'll know exactly what it looks like, and if you don't, this is your close-up shot, so I hope you enjoy. So yeah, so we've got some sort of information on the front here, like different options you can choose. We're obviously going to air fry, so you'll see the button go down to air fry. And what I'll do is I'll pop the temperature down to 180, and I will cook these on for probably 6 minutes initially, check them, and then probably at least another 6 minutes after that. I do have a temperature probe as well, which I will be using just to make sure that these are fully cooked all the way through, and I'll just keep checking throughout the cooking process to ensure that they are fully cooked. So it might take slightly longer, and if you are doing this recipe at home, then please do just keep an eye on them on your own, and all appliances are different, so I'm not going to recommend a certain amount of time because all of them are slightly different. So just to be super careful with raw meat as well, isn't it? So like I said, we'll start off with 6 minutes, and we'll just build that up and put them back in as and when they need to go back in, and we'll just keep a check on them. So we'll click Mega Zone because that will cover both areas of our air fryer. And now what we will do is press the start button, and we will see what they look like at the very end. Hey guys, it's me again. I'm just wanting to say, if you are enjoying this video, then please do remember to hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, it takes just 1 second of your time, and it would mean a lot to me to make this channel grow further and further. So thank you so much, and please do like the video if you have enjoyed it as well. That would be much appreciated. Thank you. Okay guys, so that should be the pigs in blankets ready. So let's take a wee look and see what they look like. Oh wow, it's a little bit steamy there, sorry about that. But wow, don't they look good? I think they look excellent in my opinion. I could just eat one right now. But what I'll do is I'll just close the door over. I will go away and check these with a temperature probe, make sure that they are up to a safe temperature to enjoy, and I will put them all in a nice little plate and show you what they look like at the end, and we'll do a little taste test. So I shall see you in a wee minute. Okay guys, so we have the finished result here. We have our lovely big hot plate of pigs in blankets. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at what they look like on the plate. So really nicely stayed together. The bacon hasn't unraveled, and I think for some people you may be concerned that there's not a lot of fat on the bacon, so that it's not going to crisp up and it's not going to stay wrapped around the sausage, but that is not the case. And obviously I think as long as we put the bacon seal on down the way, then there is much less risk of that happening. And of course, the better the bacon you buy, the better result, because with often the cases with cheaper bacon, there is quite a lot of water in the meat, and so it does shrivel up and it does break apart at times as well. So it's just something to be mindful of if you're going to make these at home. And so let's have a try of one. They are so hot, they're almost burning my fingers, but I will have a little bit of a taste and I'll let you know how good they are. So here we go. So, as I said before, I think these sausages are absolutely delicious. There's a lot of seasoning, a lot of flavour in them, and they are really good quality sausages. I really haven't had any other sausages from the freezer aisle that have been as good as these ever, and that is an absolute fact. So obviously the whole plate is sin-free, so if I wanted to, I could eat all of these and I wouldn't have to count any sins at all if I was following my Slim World plan, which of course I am, but some of you at home might not be doing that. But what I will say is that they're worth a try if you're not maybe very artistic in the kitchen, or you're a little bit nervous about getting things wrong. Then please do not worry. You can do this and you can make these, and they are delicious and sin-free. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.